Hey, it's Mr. Scoppa here with an update for March 7th, 2014. Well, we are coming up on the assessment season, meaning that March is a time when we don't have any days off in there. It's a solid month of school, and we're talking a lot more about strategies and things that will help the kids out on the assessments. And you might hear them talk a little bit more about, wow, we really spent a lot of time doing writing or reading, or Mr. Scoppa really kind of pushed us on things. And that's because I want them to build up their stamina, and I'm kind of giving them comparisons to things that we're doing in class to the amount of time that they would have for a state assessment and about how much they should have accomplished during that time period and everything. So that is going on. Right now, coming home today is the Square One art packets. This one happens to be Josh's with his design back here. They get a whole sheet of stickers and everything. Those Square One art sheets, if you want to order anything, it is a really quick turnaround this year. All the order forms, if you're going to order something for that, are due next Friday, the 14th. So please keep that in mind. To let you know, report cards are coming up. They will be available for you online on the 21st of this month. Coincidence, I believe that happens to be the first day of spring, perhaps? It's right in there. That's a time when you'll get the second trimester report card. With that, you might start to see some comments from me about some people having some slipping homework. This is the time of year when some kids tend to kind of miss some things a little bit. You know, their reading logs tend to drop out a little bit. We're almost 2/3 of the way through the year, so thinking about that, I will be sending home some accelerated reader reports soon that will say that where your student is, they should have probably about 16 books or so to maybe a little bit more so they can reach that goal of 25 AR books. So that's coming up. Let's see. Please make sure that you just be checking the class dojo. You might see some little comments in there from me about how things are going as far as maybe an explanation of things. I've had a couple questions this week about the disrespect in the hall. The class is noisy out in the hall, or individuals are having full conversations as they're walking down the hall, even after they've been asked not to. So that is a comment that's been going out there because, as I told the kids, I'm now in the stage of getting them prepared for the more responsibility of 5th grade, and they know the expectations of them, and so they're going to see those expectations being upheld and them being really kind of pushed a little bit in that responsibility stage. For responsibility, practicing those math facts is a huge thing. We do have that multiplication dojo every week, and some kids really need to push forward for that math fact fluency. It's so important working with those flashcards every night. So they have it, not just for the idea of having those facts down, but we're working with fractions now and finding common denominators, and knowing those multiples is going to be a really important thing as we progress further on into fractions. They also do have extramath.org, that is xtramath.org, where they can practice their fluency on there. It's a quick time test. It might take 5-10 minutes depending on where they are and their levels and so forth, and that's something that moves along with where they are. So that's a good way to be practicing that. So with fractions, I've had a couple questions about some homework and saying, hey, my student was having a problem with this and they felt lost, and my first question each time is, did they bring their binder home? So like last night they had to make fraction cards where they were putting the fraction on the bottom and putting a picture representation that they were using on the top, and some people felt lost about it, and those parents that I emailed back, they said nope, they didn't bring the binder home. The binder is a really important thing at this point with the math information that's in there. For example, last night's the instruction sheet was in there. The fractions that they were supposed to be writing down were in there, and so having that information is important. They also have the pages in there about fractions. That is part of the handbook, and it gives some visual representations and some explanations on things as far as seeing some things that are similar to what might be showing up on homework. Also, things that we've done in class are in there, so they'll have those examples in there as well to help out. If you end up teaching your son or daughter some different things about how to work with fractions and what we're doing in class, that's perfectly fine, but if they're going to use it, they do need to be able to show their work about how to do it. So please reiterate that they need to be showing their work and be able to explain how they got it. That's a big part. With that, I hope you have a good weekend. The weather outside is looking very nice. We're actually going to make it outside for recess today because lo and behold, it is actually warm enough for us to head outside. So with that, have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.